Carrots, red beets, and parsnips are the new crops available in the premium expansion for Farming Simulator 22. But which one is the most profitable? How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today I'm going to go over which crop is the most profitable here in the expansion that we get on November 14th, 2023. Now, this is available for Farming Simulator 22, and you guys know that we already have two root crops, potatoes and sugar beets. But now with this new expansion, we now have carrots, parsnips, and red beets as well. I'm going to be using this big harvester right here to go ahead and clear this field. Going to be using a worker to help me out and a tipper trailer. So I'm going to go through here and collect all of the crop that you see here on the ground. I'm going to calculate how big the area is using another crop as a baseline. And then we're going to figure out exactly how much yield we're going to get off each one of these crops. And then we're going to calculate the best price. And then I'm going to show you a spreadsheet and explain which one is the most profitable crop. All right, so the worker is ready. I am too. Let's go ahead and get started here. And the reason I'm using this combo is because if I accidentally drop anything onto the ground, I'm able to come back and pick this up. I've got the forage pickup right here. As you can see, I'm not the best about keeping it directly centered over top of the trailer right there. But with this setup and a little bit of function change over on the harvester, something that anybody can do on any platform, I am able to now come back and pick this crop up. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and do all three crops. As you can see, I'm already dropping it off right there. We're going to get back over here. Yeah, let me grab that real quick. Actually, I'll come back and pick it up later. But it's a really, really great combo. I would have released a full video on it the other day. So go ahead and check that one out. We're going to go ahead and complete this entire field right here. Then we're going to do the other two crops too. All right, so for the first crop here, the red beets, I got 28,711 liters. I got all three crops done. So once again, for the red beets, we had 28,711. For the carrots, I got 38,071. And for the parsnips, I got 34,361. And now we're going to do the exact same test using corn. And the reason I'm using corn is because it's a really high yielding crop. Like, I know that for an entire hectare, it's 18,400 liters. So by having that much volume, I can really dial in and tell exactly how big this field is, because it's nowhere near a hectare. It's tiny, guys. And I'll show you here in the inside. If you look at my field or my yield bonus, it's at 100%, same as all the other crops were. So I'm getting exactly 100% of all the crop. I don't have any other conditions going on that are going to reduce it. That could be different between them. They were all right at 100. The corn's done. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see exactly how much. 4,548 liters. That's not a whole lot. But by doing some simple math of taking 4,598 divided by 18,400, I get 0.247. That's how big this field is. Almost right at exactly a quarter of a hectare. Here is my spreadsheet. You can see the crops are red beets, carrots, parsnips, and corn. The yield you can see right there, that's the same values that I mentioned earlier, and the hectares is 0.247. Now, to get my yield per hectare, what I need to do is take the yield that I have and divide that by the hectares, 0.247. And what that does is it actually gives me how much that would be if it was one whole hectare. So as you can see, for red beets, it's about 116,238, carrots, 154,134, parsnips, 139,113, and corn, 18,413. Why did I mention corn? Well, because I know that based on Giants information, a full hectare of corn, if you do everything to it perfect, the most you're going to get off of that is 18,400. I'm within 13 liters on this field, so my math is really accurate for the rest of these also. Now what I need to do is go ahead and figure out my peak easy sell price. So I've got my economic setting on easy right now. And if I come down here to red beets and then I show my price fluctuations, you can see right here, it says 486. If I come to carrots, it's 525, and parsnips is going to be 522. Now, if I come back up here to the top, let's go ahead and get corn as well, so we could use that once again as our baseline. So right here, 1,515. So now what I need to do is go ahead and figure out my value per the hectare. So I multiply my price times my yield. Well, the yield is per every 1,000, so I'm going to do a little bit of a math, divide the yield by 1,000, and then multiply by the price. So for red beets, it's going to be 56,492. Carrots, 80,920. Parsnips, 72,617. Corn, 27,076. Guys, that is nothing. Like, I mean, the carrots is 3 times as profitable than the corn, but considering that you're only using 4 rows at a time and it's a lot more work, I completely understand why Giants has set this value as high as they have. Now, an interesting thing to me, I don't quite understand why red beets is so much lower than carrots or parsnips. I mean, I would think that with this new DLC, there would be a little bit better of a comparison between them. And for those of you that are wondering, I went ahead and added the other 2 root crops as well, potatoes and sugar beets. And here you can see that their value per hectare is only about 51 to 52,000. Potatoes is a little bit more, sugar beets is just a little bit less. So red beets beats out sugar beets by about 5 grand, but it still doesn't compare to carrots or parsnips. Well, I'm off to go harvest my next carrot field. If you enjoyed the video, learned something today, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you would. If you want to stay up to date on all my future videos here on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell too. You know what? Now I think it's time to go figure out what's the most profitable production.